the captain for arrival and be seated. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for landing. So the captain has to desk to prepare the captain for arrival at this time. All large devices must be turned off and stowed. You may continue to use small IoT devices, but they must be unplugged from the outlet, set to airplane mode, and secured. Also, please make sure your seatbelts are fastened, seat backs and tray tables are upright, headrests are lowered, and footrests and video monitors stowed. Flight attendants, please prepare the captain for arrival and be seated.
Hey everyone, how are you doing? I forgot to put the headset on and the mic. Where are we? I'm just going to show you the landing. We're on the downwind right now. We're just outside of Beijing. We are going into Tianjin airport. It's right by the water. It's over here. And we're going to be going in. Xenviro is running, Simheaven is running, Global Forest is running. It is snowy, it is cold. I was up at 2 a.m. this morning my time to watch the Chinese New Year gala that's hosted by, according to YouTube, a channel that's funded in whole and in part by the Chinese government. So is PBS and everything else. So I mean, CBC, the national broadcaster in Canada, they wouldn't exist if they didn't get federal money. So I don't know why they censor that out, but you know, they don't like the CBC in Canada. It's funded in part by Canadian taxpayers. So in we are going, and from here I'm going to probably take up my 747, my SSG 747. Leave a comment down below if you want to see me fly that. I think I might fly it into Busan in South Korea, a place I'm very familiar with, been to many a time. Let's get back inside. I've got to start paying attention now, obviously. 262, 259, that's good enough. Bring you up. We are on profile. We are in the Zibo mod. What airline am I flying this flight? Xiamen, I think. Xiamen. And Beijing Daixing Airport. Well, Beijing Daixing is up over here. But we're not going there. Long-time subscribers know I love landing at airports that are on the ocean, on a bay, on the coast, an island that's just offshore, such as like Kansai International. I love landing at these kinds of places. San Francisco is really nice too. It's right by the bay. It's beautiful. And here we go as we begin our final approach. We got all that on. We'll get you on. Everything else up top is looking good, at least what I can see, thanks to XP12 not having any flight deck lighting. I'm just putting it on early. There is no terrain now. We can get you off. So we are in the, I'm not on the latest Zibo. I saw the changelog. I don't have any issues that they had that fix it. So I'm still on 01. I think 04 is out now. I tend to not go crazy updating aircraft all the time. It's like if I'm not having that issue, then I'm like just not going to update. You know, like sometimes people will say they can't get the APU to start, or you know, something of this nature and that. I don't, like, you know, I'm not saying that's what the changelog was, but I bruised through it and I'm like, yeah, I'm not having that. Or it's got something that's like, I don't really care about that. I don't use it. Like it's an enhancement to one of the instruments, like MMR or something like that down here. You know, like I rarely ever use it, so I don't really, I'm not going to jeopardize a perfectly flying aircraft and update just for the sake. Update itis, man. It will get you in more trouble than Carter's got liver pills. If you don't have a problem and it's not adding anything that you go, oh, that is really cool, I have to have that, don't update. I don't. There we go. What speed? You got the speeds in already, I know that. And you're going to slow me down in about 6 miles. Cool. Because I'd really appreciate that. I'm just saying. How far are we from the airport? 18.4 is 22. We're still 28 miles out, give or take. And just double checking my charts. 341, 341, 1970. I just put in 1900. And 110.05, 110.50, sorry, 110.50, 341. Brilliant. ILS are set both sides. As you heard, I already alerted the cabin crew. We're going to be doing auto brake 2. Wrong one. This one. So the Spring Festival thing, that was really cool. They were showing like Peking opera and freaking all kinds of stuff. It was awesome. Shaolin monks were doing both Kung Fu demonstrations and Tai Chi. And that Donnie Yen was there. I saw Jet Li in the audience. It was awesome. And it went for 5 hours. And it was like in 6 different cities with outdoor stages by the Yangtze River and thousands of people, thousands of drones. It was freaking awesome. You can say what you want about the country, but I'll tell you, they know how to put on a show, I'll tell you that much. I've watched it every year. I also watched the NHK New Year celebration on New Year's Eve, Red Night and White Night. But I mean, I lived in Asia for 15 years of my life. give take. So I have a deep affinity for Asia and its people and cultures and traditions. And here we go. What is our next slowdown speed? Yeah, okay. We're on profile, so we're doing fine here. We're still below the glide slope, which is that diamond that you see keeps moving. So I'm fine with that. 25 miles out, I'm just going to keep the speed. This phase of flight, speed is your friend. This far out. Xenviro is looking spectacular. By the way, this is Xenviro version 1.34. People have said Xenviro's got an issue. You can't see cloud out the windshield. That is only true in the Flight Factor 777. I haven't checked it yet in the Jar Designs A340 or my SSG 747. In the Zibo, clouds show up perfectly fine, thank you very much. And people keep blaming Xenviro or thing, and it's like, I think it's just with the latest beta of the 777 version 2, the glass PNGs or whatever they're called were changed. And out this view, you can see clouds in the 777. But this view, you cannot. So to me, that is not an Xenviro issue. That is a flight factor issue. Because as you see, I have clouds all over the place at multiple levels, multiple types. I have snow on the ground. Thankfully, I got out of the clouds because we're right in that danger zone, -10, where you want to really put on your anti-ice. Matter of fact, I should check my wing just to be on the safe side. No snow, no ice. We're good. And I'm just going to activate approach now. And I'm going to go speed intervention. Go to 186, 185 so I can get some flaps in. We can get flaps 1 in. Straight to flaps 5. Ah, awesome. I can almost guarantee those are fish farms. Oyster farms, stuff like that. Mussels. Almost guarantee you. And now we can take speed intervention off. Because it'll do it on its own. Localizer has been acquired. Gonna get the gear down early. Love this livery. Nice, simple, clean. I have to say the 777's gear coming down is a lot more impressive, but I mean it's also like 4 times the size, so. Flaps 15, gear is down. If you get a horn issue when you're at flaps 15 or 20, it's because your gear's not down. It expects the gear to be down. What is my VREF? 137, we have calm winds, lovely. Quite rare considering we're right by the water.
$2,500.
137. That's VREF plus 5. We're doing a full flaps landing. It's good. And we can get you and you and you on. I'll get you sort of warming up. It is cold. It was really cold at cruise. It was minus 34 where I took off from in Ulaanbaatar, in Inner Mongolia. Awesome airport up there. Simple, default, but very, very, I like it. It's the scenery around it, let's be honest. It's gorgeous. And I've got the low pressure light, so that tells me it's going to start. At some point. There we go. Oh, Lord. Now I can't see diddly squat. Up 30. Now the Zibo is a lot more twitchy. It's got a much more refined flight model, I think, than the... Well, also there's the weight I need to take into consideration with the 777. As to why it doesn't feel as twitchy and such. The Zibo is very nimble, and I have a lot of trouble landing this aircraft. But, I mean, personally, I think it flies better than the PMDG. That's my own personal opinion. You can disagree, that's fine. For me, I felt like the PMDG 737 was in Microsoft was on wires. Auto throttle off, my throttles. You gotta look for the blue dot, and there I have them. Little slow, add some power.
$1,000.
Confirm. I would take the autopilot off by now, but I can't see the runway. It's a default airport, so it shouldn't be covered in snow. Okay, I can kind of see it. I'm in. Oh man, I forget where the trigger is on this thing.
$500.
My aircraft.
$400.
Continue.
$300. Approaching minimums. 200.
Landing.
Minimum. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, now you put the lights on. reverse screen.
knots.
Manual braking. Welcome to Tianjin.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your carry-on items stowed until the aircraft is parked at the gate and the captain.
Another not bad landing.
We ask that
Well, I
you
mean,
please
for
use
me,
caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent
you know, I
injury from
realize,
any items that
you know,
may
other
shift
people,
during
it's
the
like, well,
flight.
dude, you were like a foot and a
You
half
may now
off
use
center
mobile
line.
phones and other handheld electronic
You held the
devices.
nose
However,
up a little
laptop computers
long,
may not be used at
held,
this
kept
time.
the power in a little, yeah,
Before you leave the aircraft, please
but
be sure
it's
to
a
check
long
your
enough
seat pockets,
runway,
the
I
overhead bins,
wasn't
and the floor
worried.
area around your seat for any personal articles.
I
you may
wanted
have
a
brought on board.
soft touchdown
We'd
for
like to
my
thank you for flying with us.
passengers.
You enjoyed
Even if
having
they
us
are
aboard today, and
make-believe.
look forward to serving you again soon. Thank you and have a great day.
Get up my chart, we go to the right. And now we can clean up that we're clear of the runway. By the way, you're not clear of the runway until you were past that double yellow line, the checkered one. Then you are clear of the runway. We can let the cabin crew get up. I will get the APU on the bus, generators off, you, so I don't have double bleeds. And here we go. Strobes are off. Landing lights off. Oh, quite lovely. So there you go, folks. Just the approach and landing, downwind kind of thing, if you will. And to Tianjin, right on the coast. I'm going to go make some supper, and then I think I'm going to load up my... I haven't decided. The A340 or the 777, or the 747. And fly to Korea. Why? Because I love South Korea. And then I think I'm going to fly from there. I don't think Azerbaijan. And then I'm going to fly up to Azerbaijan. That'll be a long flight. Maybe I'll use the 74 for that into Azerbaijan. Or the A340. I do have a livery for Azerbaijan Airlines. Mind you, I have one for the 777 too. And do a flight up to Azerbaijan into Baku, which I do like, and that's another airport that's right by the water. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. You know the whole routine. Links to what I use, most of them will all be down in the description below. Click show more. You'll also find a link to my Discord. How you can support the channel, as we do not do sponsored content on the channel at all. It is viewer. And remember, donations as well as some of my own money that keeps the lights on and making content for you. You'll also find my computer specs as well, so you can see how it performs. This is a default Tianjin, and I'm getting 40-ish frames per second. And I have everything on high or a little higher, plus Xenviro. That's good for taking off 5 or 10 frames right there, compared to using default. I'm pretty sure I'd have 60 FPS if I turned Xenviro off and use default weather. Until the next time, folks, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you on the rails, on the road, and in the sky. Still having issues with my Steam install. I don't know why. Gonna work on that over the next couple of days. I hope you have a great rest of the week. And we'll see you come the weekends at some point. I don't know, Friday, Saturday, could be Sunday, somewhere around there. Until then, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. We'll see you soon. God bless.